So this is it. I've reached my first finish line. That's crazy. This semester really took me by surprise. It's weird because I really thought I was ready to leave my country and step into this new phase of my life. I came here super confident and ready to embrace the adventure of a lifetime. I can't say that it hasn't been an adventure, but it was just really different from what I expected. I flew into the States in August with my mom and my sister, and we were meant to spend a month here together in America before they left me for college. It was a great month. Unfortunately, like all fun things, it seemed to pass away too quickly, and before I knew it, our month together was coming to an end. It was time for university to start, and the first few days of orientation were actually pretty fun. I got to visit the buildings around campus and move into my dorm. People around campus were very welcoming, so it made the whole experience very exciting. It wasn't until the day where my mom and my sister first left me that my emotions truly kicked in. I remember sitting alone in the cafeteria and crying my eyes out. I didn't know where to go, and for the first time in my life, I was actually truly alone. Je vous aime trop, and I'm alone. This was something that was extremely hard for me, and it was extremely hard for my family too. From that day on, my life was very different. I was still taking in all of the excitement, but I wasn't enjoying any of it. I was spending a lot of time on campus alone, and I really had a hard time making friends. The problem wasn't really that I didn't know how to speak to people. I don't know how to describe it, but it was almost as if I wasn't interested in talking to people. The people didn't captivate me, and I had moments of real culture shock. It seemed like people here interacted very differently to the people in Lebanon. The culture appeared to be much more individualistic, where making real friends would take a lot of time. Meanwhile, I had grown up with my friends from Lebanon, and we spent the past 12 years together. I spent a lot of my days here calling them and catching up with them. I really wanted them back. Because I was stuck on this, I was slowly digging a hole for myself. Instead of making my situation better and talking to people and making friends, I kept my distances socially and did a lot of things alone. I would just venture off on my own adventures, walk myself to get lost, go to a random soccer or basketball game that I could attend, anything to keep me distracted from the loneliness. As often as I could, I would try to leave campus to go to our friends' houses who lived a couple of hours away. All of the stress from leaving my family and friends in Lebanon and having to rebuild a social life also made me hate my academic studies. Everything on campus seemed to have a negative effect on me. I wanted to be as far away from it as I could. Don't get me wrong though, when I say that I kept my distances, I wasn't running away from social interactions. It's as if I was stopping myself from being myself. The Jonathan that you met in the United States would not have been the same Jonathan that you would have met in Lebanon. I really tried to push myself out of this though. I feel fulfillment whenever I am able to contribute to things that are bigger than just myself, so I try to participate in as many groups in the university as possible. I was also hoping this would somehow force my body to make some friends. Some days were easy, they seemed to just fly by. Other days it seemed like I had to push with all my strength to make it through without giving up. Through all of this solitude though, I feel like I really grew in my relationship with God. I believe that this was a different season for my life. Maybe I wasn't meant to have the same sort of influence that I had in Lebanon. Maybe this was a time for me to just learn and trust God and listen to His voice. I have seen Him work in so many ways this semester. God was faithful and He knew exactly what He was doing. Overall, I can't say that this was a bad semester. I won't lie to you and tell you that I've made a bunch of friends, but I've definitely made progress. A lot of people have been nice to me, and there were a lot of days where I really had a blast. Now, I know almost no one watches these videos, but that's okay. I make these videos to keep improving myself and to use them as points of references in the future. I want to be able to look back on my life and see how improvement took place and how the situations have always changed. I want this to also be encouragement to whoever is going through a similar situation. Like any human being, I need to express myself, and this is my way of doing it. I'm just being real with you guys. I'm telling you guys how I feel, but don't mistake that for ungratefulness, please. On the contrary, I'm extremely thankful for the opportunity to be here. I want to gear my perspective towards all the positive things that have happened, all the fun events that I was able to be a part of, all the places that I got to see, all the adventures that I was allowed to have, all the things that I had the privilege to learn. I know that I would have missed out on a lot if I had stayed in Lebanon. It really is all a blessing. Right now, sitting in my chair, I've just finished my last final exam, and this concludes my first semester in university. Here is to a semester in the United States. we are. It's exactly 12 a.m. I'm next to a random light post and I've just turned 19.
Happy birthday! We love you.
In a couple of days, I'm gonna fly back to Lebanon to spend Christmas with my family. I honestly have no idea what next semester is going to look like, and I can't say that coming back here is not going to be difficult. But what's the fun in an easy life, right? I signed up for the adventure, and I'm in it for the entire ride. So bring it on.